Blessings. Blessings, goddesses and gods. Blessings. I was just on the Vagina Lady page, and I realized that I was actually on the wrong page because I need to be on the Cosmic Woman page. And so I do apologize. I hope everybody meets me over here who was watching before, but welcome, guys. I definitely did prayer already on the Vagina Lady page, and so I don't want to waste the time to do that again since we've already put that out in the atmosphere, and so I just want to really get right into it. So welcome to all of those who are first joining us on Womb Wednesday. I am Ramona Riley, aka the Vagina Lady, and owner of Cosmic Woman. Womb Wednesdays, if this is the first time you're visiting Womb Wednesdays, welcome. And if you are a returning guest, welcome, family. Thank you so much for joining again. Much appreciated. So tonight we're talking about periods and the stigma and how our world views periods and how we as women view periods. And this is really something we need to talk about. I find that in the last few years, we've really gotten really better at talking about periods, verbalizing not just our feelings, but how the world in itself views periods. And there have been really great women that have brought awareness to periods, and I'm really grateful for them. But to be honest with you, every woman on this earth, from they get here, by the time they get to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, they will have a period. And so it's nothing new, yet still we're moving so slow in the acceptance of periods and what periods are when it comes to just the acceptance and how women and the world view it. And it's really funny that tonight we're talking about periods and the stigma, because yesterday, I think, or maybe the day before yesterday, I was having a conversation with my mom and her friend, and they were talking about having their period the first time, or their periods during, their teenage years. And to see the mentality where the women and the men had, where they were mentally versus now, we've come a long way. We've really come a long way, but we're still moving quite slow. And it's something that we have to talk about. The more awareness that we bring to periods from whatever aspect, may it be the beautiful sides of periods, may it be the painful or uncomfortable sides of periods, it's something that we still need to talk about. And so tonight, that is what we're doing. So I would say back in the day, let's say 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, when a woman or a girl would have her period, it was very frowned upon. Not necessarily in terms of, oh, we don't want you to have your period or you shouldn't have your period, but more as, oh, you're having your period, oh, you're sick. Let's just put you over this side. Let's just view you in a negative capacity because you are now bleeding from your vagina. The reality is, as we all know, bleeding from our vaginas, having our periods is what makes us the woman that we are. It is what allows us to be able to have children, right? Because of course, if you're not having a period, a lot of times you're not ovulating. And if you're not ovulating, guess what's happening? You're not going to be fertile enough to be able to have a period. And so we need to talk about the good, the bad, and the in between when it comes to a period. In talking to my mom last night and her friend, they spoke about having a period and being shunned. And there are some religions that when you're on your period, you should not be around people, or you should not come to church or mass or any kind of collective group where men and women would be. Also, in terms of just being around on a day-to-day basis, how it is that the world accepts you because you're on your period. Periods are so normal, they're so natural, they're supposed to be. And there really should be more of a stigma. If we're going to put a stigma somewhere, there should really be more of a stigma for the woman that's not having a period, right? Versus the woman that has a period. But at the end of the day, there should be no stigma at all. If you are having a period, if you've missed your period, if your periods are long, if your periods are short, whatever is going on with your period, no one should judge you based off of that. Having a period doesn't make you sick. It doesn't make you now contagious of some type of disease. Having a period means that you are a healthy woman or girl, and this is literally a part of the journey as a female. For some women, they have really long periods, and of course, if you've been here before on Womb Wednesday or just checked out the site, you know that long periods are something I really try to change and shift. Okay, I want to make sure that a woman is having a period every month. And not just having a period every month, but not suffering from any symptoms of her period. The bloating, the pain, maybe back pain, abdominal pain, breast pain, headaches, any type of pain. I want to make sure that that is it's not even your reality. And the way we change that is through our mindset, our emotional state, our diet, exercise. Those are the ways that we can change that and be in control. I need women to understand that we are the most powerful creatures on this earth. Powerful to the point where if we are sick, the world is sick. And if we are healthy, the world is healthy. And so it starts with us. So we have to really connect with self. We have to accept what it is that's going with our bodies. Just like if you suffered from any kind of alcohol abuse or any type of thing like that, where you have to accept and acknowledge, hey, I have this problem, and now do something about it. It's literally the same thing. We have to accept that, listen, my period is unhealthy. My period lasts 7 days, and I can have a 1-day period. Those are 6 days of unnecessary bleeding. Why? And not just unnecessary bleeding, but pain, discomfort, moodiness, and many other aspects and symptoms that different women will face. So once we have accepted the fact that we now have a problem, then we do something about it. You have to know, accept, and then do something about it. And now is the time. I have seen how women have changed certain things about themselves in the past 10 years. Women are going natural. Women are looking a little bit more at their foods. Women are exercising more. We are really shifting, and I'm so excited about the change that is happening. But I want to crunch down on the period and allowing women to understand that your period can be the most beautiful thing in the world. It can empower you, and it can be non-stressful. It can be painless. You can have a happy, healthy, short period that does not affect every day of your life while you're on a period. You don't have to necessarily wear dark colors because you're on your period. You don't have to stay home because you're on your period. You don't have to feel so much more exhausted because you're on your period. Our periods are not supposed to break down our bodies. And when you're having your period, or a few days before your period and then during your period, when you feel that you're more lethargic and tired, when you feel that you're more moody and stressed, That's not really the way it's supposed to be. That's just the body telling you that it's stressed out and that it needs some detoxing. It needs some superfoods. It needs a build back. I heard a story the other day, and the lady said when she had her period and she was at work with her dad, he would put her under the table or shove her in a corner because she was on her period. And no one should be around her while she's on her period. My mind was blown because this was literally 40 years ago. Let's say 53 years ago. That someone was saying, hey, let's just alienate you right now because you're on your period. Like you have a disease or condition that's contagious. My mind was blown. I was so thrown off by the fact that someone could have really thought this. And with that, how do you think that affects the woman or the girl that is now put under the table or shoved to the side? Do you think that she's proud of being a woman? Like really, guys, do you think that she is happy to know that her period is going to be coming every month? So she has to be shunned every month? So she has to be thrown under a table and ignored every month? A period in itself can be so painful that you internally hate the fact that you have a period. And now not only do you feel uncomfortable about having a period, but you also feel alienated from the people that you live with and that you love because you're on your period? How does that work? Ladies, listen, I'm here to tell you, when you have your period, that is the most powerful time in your cycle, other than ovulation. If you were to catch your period blood and pour it on a plant, that plant would grow at a quicker rate than it usually grows from your period blood. The blood is powerful, not to mention if the blood is healthy, if your period is healthy, if your period has no smell, if the color is a beautiful, bright red, light red, pinky color. That means that your blood is even more healthy. So can you imagine if you're taking that blood and pouring it on the plants in your garden? And of course, this is not for everyone. So I'm not saying catch your blood and pour it on your plants. I'm just explaining to you that the blood can heal or allow plants to grow. Many women don't know that. Many people don't know that. So when we look at periods and we create this stigma around the period, all it does is affect the woman mentally and emotionally. And we already have too many issues having to deal with this emotional and mental thing. We're judgmental with ourselves. We don't think we're good enough. Naturally, we are so hard on ourselves, yet still we expect so much from ourselves, personally. Then you want to add on how the world sees you. And then on top of that, now you have your period and how the world's going to view you. I have women that are going to work and they're bleeding and they know that they have to put on even more of an oomph in themselves because they cannot seem less than at their job because they have. They cannot seem less than. They cannot be less because they have to be competing against the man who is getting paid more than her. Yet still she has to be putting out more of an emphasis. She has to be proving herself more in the time when she feels the most popped down. Which is why, ladies, we have to heal ourselves so that we're not popped down during our period, but we feel good, but we have energy, but we are moving forward. We have to do that. It is a must. And the way we do that are through many different types of things. We can help do that through meditation. We can use breath work. We can use supplements. We can use essential oils. We can use herbs. We can use so many things to make sure that our periods are healthy and they're happy. And when a period is healthy and happy, guess what? We have less stigma. We view and treat ourselves differently. And the way a stranger or a friend or a family member would view us would also be different, because they don't see someone that is in pain. They don't see someone that's moody and miserable. You see more vibrant when you're on your period. And that's how we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to be vibrant. We're supposed to celebrate this period that we have, because it's so amazing. There's so many women that call me or WhatsApp me or send me DMs, and they haven't seen a period in 3 months. They haven't seen a period in 6 months. They haven't seen a period in a year. Some haven't seen a period in 5 years. They're not excited and happy that that's the case, the majority of them. The majority of them don't feel like a woman. They don't feel blessed. They feel like they have been cursed. They want to know what have they done in their life or their past life or whatever the case is that is putting them in this situation where the one thing that they're supposed to do as a woman is have a period, and it's not happening. And then you know what's really unfortunate? Some women are not having a period every month, but they still have painful times in the month. So it's like there's no blood, but they're still having cramps, and they're still having back pain, and they're still having breast tenderness, and they're still having all of these other pre-PMS and pregnancy symptoms and period symptoms without having the period. They don't feel good. They don't feel empowered. It's not easy for them to love themselves knowing that they don't even have a period every month. And then we have the extreme that's having a period every month, but guess what? It's lasting 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 days. Or maybe the period won't stop. And those women hate being women. And they wish they didn't have a period, because this period has now taken over their entire life. And so you have all of these different stages or situations with women that at the end of the day, may be that they're having a period, may be that they're not having a period, may be that they're having these long extended periods. They still don't feel whole. They still don't feel like empowered by their womanhood. And it's time to change that. Literally, it's time to change that. So, I am here for every woman watching this live and whoever is watching this live later to make sure that your periods are different. To make sure that your periods are healthy, your periods are happy, your periods are short and sweet and easy and breezy. You're not supposed to be nauseous before your period or during your period. You're not supposed to have backache, headaches, moodiness. It's just not supposed to happen. Your period is not supposed to last 5 and 6 and 7 and 12 and 21 days. I remember when my period used to last 11 days, and then there would be like a little spotting after that. So when I include all of that spotting, I'd be having a period for like 14 days. That's half the freaking month, ladies. Half the month I'm having a period. And then in 15 days I'm having another period again. That's your body telling you something is wrong. The reproductive system is sick. It's crying out. So when you suffer from headaches, when you suffer from back pain, when you suffer from long periods, it is the sign that your body gives to tell you something is wrong. Just like if you're cooking some food and you leave the stove on and you go upstairs and you get distracted and you realize you start smelling something burning, that's a sign that the food are burn up. Right? And what do? You run downstairs, you turn off the stove, you remove whatever is on the stove. If you can fix it, you can. If you can't, you have to throw it away. But you received the sign that something wasn't right. And that sign was the burn smell. Your skin, what your skin looks like. Your skin breaking out all the time. That's your body telling you something's not right. Your gut, your hormones, something is just not the way it is supposed to be. And so it's time for us to listen. Listen, accept, and then you can do the change. So I want to break for a moment and talk a little bit about some products that can really help to change your period. Now, of course, let's keep it real. The majority of Cosmic Woman's products are to help you to have a healthy, happy, easy breezy period. But of course, there are certain products that make it easier or are more important or at the end of the day just really help. And so I really want to talk about that. The first one that I want to talk about is the Hormonal Oil Blend. Now, I'm not sure how many of you have heard about the Hormonal Oil Blend or have used the Hormonal Oil Blend. But it is a great product and I love it. To be honest with you, one of the things that I love the most about the Hormonal Oil Blend is that I can use it while I pamper myself. So it's not, and I don't have to swallow it, right? Because a lot of times you get tired of sucking down things and swallowing things, and I can totally understand. The Hormonal Oil Blend is literally to balance your hormones. And it is a topical oil blend. You rub it in the palm of your hands, right? So in opening it, it has a dropper. I fill the dropper. I put some in my hand. And I rub it together. Now, the quicker you rub and create some heat, it allows the pores in the palm of your hands to open. The more open your pores are, is the more that it can absorb what it is that you're putting in your pores. So you rub together. You can put over your nose. Inhale and exhale. Again, rub. Inhale. Exhale. You can also use at the bottom of your feet. Remember, the palms of your hands, the bottom of your feet are the largest pores. Your skin is the largest organ. So rubbing it on your skin is great. I use this when I'm doing a manicure or a pedicure. And I recommend everyone to use this during your manicure and pedicure. There's no excuse. It's a small bottle. You can throw it in your handbag. You don't have an issue, okay? You put a little bit, you can fill the dropper and place the water in the water for your manicure, in the water for your pedicure. Your pores open up, it absorbs it, it goes into your bloodstream, and it helps to balance your hormones. You can also use this on your spine. Your spine is a really sensitive area. It's the reason why I do so many things with the spine when a woman is in labor, because the more I can manipulate and create sensitivity and relaxation in the spine is the more relaxed she becomes. The spine is a great place to use this oil. You can also use the oil on your abdomen. And using the oil on your abdomen really helps to relax the uterus so that the contracting that happens during the period is not as painful. So you can saturate your abdomen, you can use a heating pad on top, and it really helps to alleviate some of the pain that you might find that you have during or before your period. Okay, there's some women that live with a heating pad beside them. Their heating pad is them friend. When their period is coming, up until the period is ending, it's the closest thing to them. They keep it close. That's because a lot of times that heat creates a little bit more of a relaxation. Use your hormonal oil blend on your abdomen, then put the heating pad on, and you will find a much bigger difference than just using the heating pad alone. Okay? Hormonal oil blend is going to balance all hormones. So if you suffer from PCOS, just like this month, it's PCOS month. If you're suffering from PCOS, a lot of times, if you have PCOS, your estrogen level is elevated. It's high, okay? And because it is high, you have or you suffer from PCOS. Now, with some PCOS, you also have high testosterone or high male hormones, okay? And so the hormonal oil blend really balances out the hormones and allows the hormones to be what they're supposed to be. So your estrogen level as a woman is supposed to be low. Your progesterone and your, what did I just say? Your testosterone level in a woman is supposed to be low. Your progesterone and estrogen level are supposed to be balanced out. One is not supposed to be higher than the other, and both of them are not supposed to be high either. Okay? And so the hormonal oil blend really helps. It is extremely gentle as well, so you can use this while you're pregnant. Because remember, when you're pregnant, guess what? Your hormones are all over the damn place, right? And so it's great to be able to use this so that we can balance out the hormones. So the hormonal oil blend, amazing, great. You can use it in so many ways. Sometimes I fill up my bathtub. I put some hormonal oil blend in there in my really warm, almost hot water. And I lie there and I soak and it feels amazing. If it is that you are, you do like manicures and pedicures for a living, I really suggest getting hormonal oil blend for your clients. And if they're open, you can say, hey, if you spend an extra $500, you know, I can use some of this and this helps to balance your hormones. Or you can just do it for free and make it be a part of your manicure, pedicure. Whatever you want to do for your business. I am not here to tell you what to do and how to do it. But I am here to educate you so that you can do more. Okay, so that you can help women to be the healthiest versions of themselves. The other product that I want to talk about is Body Supreme, and this is one of our newer products. This product is only available in Jamaica right now. Okay, so my US clients are not able to get this unless they come from Jamaica, or unless they come to Jamaica, or unless it is that they want us to ship it from Jamaica to them wherever they are, okay? But this is not available on our website as of now, okay? Supreme Body is good for almost everything, okay? This is not just for women, this is for men as well. When you talk about healing your nerves, when we talk about making your gut, your digestive system healthy, your reproductive system healthy, balancing your hormones, when we talk about releasing things that don't serve your higher good on a physical standpoint, when we talk about someone that suffers from diabetes or kidney failure or cancer or any of these types of conditions, Supreme Body helps. Now, what I will say about Supreme Body is, it is very pepper. It pepper bad. It pepper bad till it can't pepper no more. Right? But the way you feel after, the energy that you are getting from it, it's amazing. It's really amazing. I give my children Body Supreme once a week. And of course, they are not suffering from any condition, right? But just for their health, just to maintain their health. And as children, they ever so often want the Wendy's or ever so often want the KFC and all these different things. And as the parent that I'm strict with certain things when it comes to food, but I have to remind myself that they are children, and the more we pull things and limit children from certain types of things, is the more they want it and crave it, and behind your back they get it. And so I try to have a little balance. So once a week I will give them the Supreme Body, and I put it in their smoothie. I make sure I don't put any ginger in the smoothie, because when you mix ginger with this Supreme Cleanse, at them time they eat pepper. Okay? So I remove the ginger, I put this ounce of the Supreme Body in their smoothie, and I make sure that the fruits that I use for that smoothie is sweet fruits, mangoes and pineapple and oti apple and pawpaw, and things that have more of a sweet aspect, so that they can actually drink it and enjoy it instead of it being like traumatic for them, right? So the Supreme Body helps with so many things. We're talking menstrual pains, we're talking about circulation. If you suffer from circulation issues, this is for you. If your feet swell, right? If you are having pain during your period, a lot of times that is because of circulation blockages. Why there is pain, Supreme Body is great for all of that. This is available in Jamaica. This is a 16-ounce bottle. This is the only size that we sell in Jamaica at all. And it is $6,000, okay? You can do anywhere from 1 ounce to 4 ounces a day. I do 2 ounces a day. And I have no reproductive or health conditions, but I use this to maintain my wellness. If you suffer from mucus, ladies and gentlemen, because the mucus thing, what do we know about mucus? We know that there is only one issue and one disease, and it is mucus. Mucus is what causes inflammation, right? Mucus is what causes diseases. So we need to remove the mucus. You suffer from arthritis? Too much mucus. You have asthma? Too much mucus. You have sinus issues? Too much mucus. You have PCOS? Too much mucus. You have fibroids? Too much mucus. It all comes back down to what? Too much mucus. And so the Supreme Body, amazing for eradicating the mucus from your body. Okay? You might find that the mucus comes up and out through your mouth. You might find that the mucus comes out of your poop. I don't care where it comes out of. The fact is, it is coming out. Okay? And that is what is more important. So if you guys are interested in something like that, send us a DM, send us a WhatsApp, send us a call us, so that we can give you any other information you need when it comes to the Supreme Body. The other supplement that I want to talk about, which is also a new supplement, is the Nano Silver. Now, Nano Silver is liquid silver. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard me right. It is a liquid silver. And this liquid silver is great for your immune system. Look at the time that we're in right now. Look at it. In Jamaica, we have lockdown for 3 days, even during weekdays where we want to be at work making money so we can feed our families. But we're on a lockdown right now, and we have to just respect the reality of the situation, right? People are dying every day. Not a person, but people. And they're not dying from like, oh, I have diabetes or I have cancer, but they're dying from this COVID virus that's going around, right? Or the Delta, or the whatever else you want to call it. This 2 ounces a day, amazing. Anyone can have this. Your 1-year-old can have this. Your 10-year-old can have this. Your 99-year-old grandmother can have this. The Nano Silver literally makes your immune system healthy. The healthier your immune system is the harder it's to get anything. If your immune system is at its optimum best, guess what? You can't get certain virus. You can't get certain issues. Even in your carelessness, you will not get certain viruses or infections because your immune system can fight it. I remember when my children were going to school in the States, and the parents would always say to me, listen, you know, when everyone has strep throat in the class, when everybody has a cough, a cold, or something, the Riley kids never have anything. Like, what's that about? And that's how I got a lot of clients, not just from period or reproductive issues or sexual trauma, but these were people trying to make sure that their families are healthy. And it all starts in the gut. The gut affects the reproductive system. The gut affects the immune system. The gut affects your respiratory system. All of that. And so you will always hear me say and come back to the gut, the gut, the gut. Nano Silver helps a lot with the immune system to make sure that it not only stays healthy, but it can fight off any negative entity that wants to come on board. It has absolutely no taste, so it makes it even better. So you can just swallow it. It has no taste. It has no smell. But if you were to use a special light and put it towards the bottle, guess what? You would literally see the particles of the silver in this liquid. It's like the most amazing thing. So the Nano Silver is fantastic to use for the whole entire family, to keep the immune system high so that we do not have to be suffering, especially in these COVID times. Okay? Really, really important for us to look into. I really can't remember how much the Nano Silver is, but you can send us a DM or a WhatsApp or call us, and somebody from the Cosmic Woman team will be able to tell you how much the Nano Silver is. But it's not expensive. It's less than 6,000 for sure. So you can reach out to us if you have any questions. Now, if anyone has any questions, I would like you to send those questions on right now if you have not sent questions already. If you'd like to join on the live for a little bit, just to ask some questions or comment, that is also something that is doable. So please feel free to do so. Someone says, mine's worst thing. Ever since I stopped drinking that damn tea, that tea was really helping, but now I start eating nasty again and I start back with dairy. Yes, so, okay, so you're drinking the womb tea. The womb tea is helping your reproductive system, helping your periods. You stop, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to come back. It's going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortable. And then you want to throw in dairy into it? Come on, guys. Dairy is an enemy to all beings. Reproductive, digestive, immune, respiratory, all of it. So if you are trying to heal something, dairy is not your friend, okay? Definitely not your friend. Hi, goddess. Can you hear me? I'm not hearing her. I'm not hearing her. Hello? Okay, I am going to come out of this then and go to someone else that wants to speak or answer some questions. Okay. I'm sorry, I just scrolled up too far. Okay. DJ Dale is saying hi. Hi, DJ Dale. How are you? I am really tired of the 7-day period, even 8 and 9 days. Yes. And I would be too. I mean, my 11-day period was a pain in the ass, right? So I totally understand. And as I told you before, your period can last 18 hours, guys. 18 hours from beginning to end. What are we doing with a 7-day period? For what? For why? Makes absolutely no sense. So we can do something about that to make sure that's not happening. Laugh out loud. I know somebody gonna do it. Somebody a dash it on a plant just to see. And you know what? I think someone should. So if you're a woman that wears a Diva cup, and a Diva cup or a menstrual cup is what I should say, because the Diva cup is just a brand, but a menstrual cup that you fold into a C, you insert it in your vagina and it catches the blood instead of using a pad or a tampon. When you remove it, right? Yes, if you were to take it and pour it on a plant, you're going to realize that the plant grows at a much more rapid rate. If for whatever reason you realize that the plant is dying, that is even more of a sign that your period is toxic as F. Okay? Toxic, toxic, toxic. So there's nothing wrong if you want to try that. Experiments always allow us to be able to know if something works or something doesn't work. So I will not knock you if you do so. Can you use the hormonal oil blend during pregnancy? Yes, you can definitely use the hormonal oil blend during pregnancy. Can someone tell me if a pap smear is painful or uncomfortable? Okay, so every woman should be doing a pap smear. Every single woman, okay? From you start having sex, you should be doing a pap smear. If you're 18 and you haven't had sex yet, you should still do a pap smear, okay? Pap smears can be a little uncomfortable depending on how rough that doctor is that's doing it, okay? Now, in Jamaica, I'm not really sure how this goes, but I know a lot of the OBGYNs in the States, they have 2 different sizes for instruments for the pap smear. And you can always tell them, hey, can you use the smaller one? Because it's a little less painful and uncomfortable. But the most painful part about the pap smear, the more uncomfortable part of the pap smear, is really when they're going all the way to try to touch the cervix, right? And again, as long as you are relaxed, your legs are relaxed, your pelvis is relaxed, it's really not as painful as you think that it would be. How long usually does one wait for consultations? Okay, so it really just depends. There are some months that we are busy like a bee. And so you might call on the 3rd of September, for example, and want a consultation, and we're already fully booked for September. So you have to wait until October. And then there's sometimes that you can call and book an appointment. You can call today and you can get an appointment by next week this time. So it really just depends. Definitely need a hormonal tea. Yeah, the hormonal tea is great. It's really great. You can throw it in your smoothie. Really helps to balance the hormones. You can put it in hot water as a tea. It's great. Pap smear is not painful. It's just uncomfortable. Exactly. Please talk about the detox and the revive as well. Okay, so I think I have those. Hold on a second. I think I have those. Okay, so this is the detox. Okay, the Detox Cleanse. Now we have 2 different cleanses at Cosmic Woman. We have the Detox Cleanse that is available in Jamaica, and then we also have the Supreme Cleanse, which is available for every other part of the world except for Jamaica. Okay. Now the Detox Cleanse, of course, is going to do what? It's going to detox your body. It is going to remove all of the impurities, all of the toxins from the body, so that it's easier for your body to absorb the good things that are in the Supreme Body, the good things that are in the womb tea or in the hormonal tea blend, so on and so forth. You take the Detox Cleanse at night, okay? Whereas the Supreme Body, I suggest in the morning because it gives you energy, okay? So Supreme Body in the morning, Detox at night. Really great for you. 1 ounce, 2 ounces, 3 ounces, 4 ounces, it's entirely up to you. Once you take the cleanse at night, I do not suggest that you eat after, okay? I want to make sure that your body has nothing else to digest so that it can absorb this and do what it needs to do and release what it needs to release. So the Detox Cleanse, great, great, great. We also have the Revive. Now, the Revive is to build back and to start one bag of healing that's happened. And when you contact me for a treatment plan, the Revive is not usually on your first treatment plan because, of course, this is usually like the second phase of treatment. But depending on the woman or the man, everybody is different. You find that that would be on your treatment plan. So the Revive helps to revive your body, okay? Literally revive your body. It is a multi-food complex tonic that gives you everything that you need if you suffer from high blood pressure, arthritis, fatigue. It just really restores the body, right? And restoring the body is really healthy, especially if you have gone through this detoxing stage that is removing things from the body. Because again, even though detoxing is important, a lot of times it can leave the body very empty with nothing. And so that is why with a detox, I will always be giving you something that is, what should I say? It's giving you something else, right? So we're removing the negative, but we're putting in some positive so that your body is not just left just empty like that. Any of the 42 people on here ever had a consultation with this lady? Someone said, yes, I had a consultation with her. There's no sense of talking about any further products when she has someone waiting that is actually paid to speak with her. No sense. Okay, so in terms of, yes, setting an appointment is going to be really important, really, really important so that you can get your consultation done. If it is that I do not get to do your consultation on the actual day that your consultation is given, I do make sure that it is done. And you usually get a discount on your products if I have to reschedule it. So I make sure that you understand that your time is not lost and that you get what it is that you need to get. Someone's saying my period has been on from August, the whole month and nonstop. That is something we want to do something about. If you're bleeding for so long, I really suggest doing something like shepherd's purse. I also suggest yarrow herb also. A Buddha can work. No, every woman is different. So shepherd's purse might work for me. Yarrow might work for someone else. A Buddha might work for someone else. And so that's why a lot of times I would suggest getting at least 2 of them so that we can see what works better. Okay. Those herbs, the Buddha and the yarrow, are one of the cheaper products that we do have. I believe in the US it's like $5. In Jamaica it's like $900 or $1,000. So those are the cheaper products that we have. So I really suggest getting both so that we can get that bleeding stopping. Also, castor oil treatments definitely help that. Oh, thank you, Goddess. Should women going through menopause have heavy periods? Is that normal? Well, a lot of women that go through menopause do have unhealthy periods in terms of they are long, they're painful, before they end up starting to break up, right? Now, is that healthy though? No, it's not healthy. And so if you are going through menopause or starting that, of course, again, that is a hormonal issue. And with the hormonal issue, balancing the hormones are going to be the best thing to do. So cleansing, putting some superfoods in the body for the reproductive system and the digestive system are going to be important, very important. Good night. So I have been taking cinnamon to help with the insulin resistance piece, and it has helped my periods, but they still come very late. Yes. So cinnamon is great. Cinnamon is actually in our hormonal tea blend. Really, really good for you. Extremely good for not just balancing your hormones. Great for your liver. Why it's good for PCOS. And on top of that, it's great for weight loss. Which is really good for PCOS as well, because you find a lot of women that suffer from PCOS, they find that they have this weight gain that they cannot control. Now, cinnamon is not going to do everything. So there are other things that you might want to incorporate, like ginger. I also would suggest you incorporate evening primrose, some vitamin C, so that you can help, so that can help as well. What are the first signs to know if you have PCOS? Okay, so PCOS comes in different forms and fashions, okay? And PCOS means polycystic ovarian syndrome. For some women, what that means is that they are literally cysts around the ovaries. For other women, it just means that they're insulin resistant, right? So the insulin is not being released the way it should. The liver is being affected. For some women that suffer from PCOS, the testosterone level or male hormone is extremely high. So they're growing hair on their chin or hair around their nipples or hair on their chest. So PCOS can come in many forms and fashions. But the one thing that is popular with every PCOS, what should I say, sufferer, is that it is high estrogen. The estrogen level is through the roof. And so we have to remove the estrogen. Your liver is sitting and marinating in this estrogen. Just like how you marinate your oxtail on Saturday before you cook it on Sunday kind of vibe. Okay? So missing a period, missing periods is a sign of PCOS. Hair growth could be a sign, weight gain could be a sign, but then it doesn't necessarily have to mean that you have PCOS. So doing a blood test, doing a transvaginal pelvic ultrasound would also be able to help you determine if PCOS is, if that is something you're suffering from. If you go antibiotics and you take an oral medication but hasn't used the inserts, will your infection come back because of that? Okay, so I'm assuming you mean in terms of like BV or yeast. I'm not sure, top gal, what you mean. But if you're taking an antibiotic internally and they also want you to take an antibiotic vaginally, I would suggest that you do both of them. Now, of course, as you guys know, when it comes to antibiotics, that is not something that I would usually or ever recommend to a client. Antibiotics kill everything, right? The good, the bad, the in between. And so that is why a lot of times when a woman is on birth control and she takes antibiotics and then ends up pregnant and can't understand why she's pregnant, it's because the antibiotics kill the birth control that she's been taking for the past 2 years or 3 years or however long. So antibiotics is really strong. You really want to be careful. Okay. How do you use red raspberry tea in the first trimester? Do you have any products that help balance progesterone during pregnancy? All right. So in terms of red raspberry, you take 1 teaspoon twice a day. You can drink it more than that, but let's just say, for example, for financial purposes, 1 teaspoon twice a day, no sugar. You can boil it in water and make it as a tea. You can put it in your smoothie and blend it up with the rest of fruits and vegetables, right? But at the end of the day, taking red raspberry while you're pregnant is extremely important. It allows your uterus to be healthy, okay? It allows the uterus to be toned, okay? Oops. Okay, guys, so it is now 13 past 10. I'm sorry that we have to cut out right now. If you have absolutely any questions, please send us a DM, send us a WhatsApp message, anything like that, so that we can help. If you would like to set up any type of consultation or anything, of course, that is also the way to reach out, DMs, or through. Now, if you're sending DMs for those types of things, I really suggest coming here on Cosmic Woman to do that and not doing it on the Vagina Lady page. I do not respond to the Vagina Lady page on a daily basis. It is my personal page. And so if it is something in terms of a consultation, I definitely would recommend that you reach out to the Cosmic Woman page. Okay, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Again, if you have any questions, let me know. If you're thinking about things like PCOS, fibroids, anything like that, blocked tubes, we have lives that I've done about those things just to get some information. Not everybody can afford a consultation, so take a look at our IGTV. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. I will see you next week. I have a special treat for you guys next week, so I hope you guys tune in. Love and light to all of you. Have a great rest of the day. Bye. Or night, I should say.